Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of shit at this. I've been doing it for like 3 months now.
Dude, you're good. Like it's funny because like I've got a YouTube channel as well, and my it's funny because like I look at my old videos, I'm like, gosh, those are terrible. And you know what's crazy is my very first video is the one. It has like I think like 60,000 views at this point, and it's my worst video. And I hate that that's the one that everyone watches to subscribe to my channel because I'm like everyone's like, oh, like you gave really good information. I was like, oh, I was lying the whole time. None of that stuff's real. Uh, so no, you're good. You're good.
Hey guys, welcome to Inside Comics with George McHale. Really quick, if you like this content, hit that subscribe button and tell a friend about it. Today, my guest is Tyler Carpenter. Tyler, thanks for being on the show, man.
Hey, thanks for having me on, man.
Absolutely. Um, Tyler, you've got a new Kickstarter out right now. It's called Chefs Culinary Heroes Earth Force. Yes, that's it, and it looks amazing. I'm wondering if you can tell me a little bit about what inspires you to make comic books, because this one has like a great premise.
Yeah, so I love storytelling. I love drawing, and just with comics, you can you have an infinite budget, I guess, in terms of like if you were to make a movie, they're like you can only do so much with a certain budget, whereas in comics, whatever you can draw can happen. And so if you can tell the craziest stories in comics, and there's literally no limitations to what you can tell. And so I love the medium. Right now I'm trying to make comics that I think will entertain people and have them, once they're done reading it, I want people to say, wow, that was a silly goose time. I had a fun time reading that book, and my day's a lot better because of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's no special effects budget in comics, right? It's
No.
whatever you can imagine, you can put on the paper.
Yeah.
Um, so can you tell me about having a YouTube channel and what your YouTube channel is and the importance of kind of marketing yourself in today's comic book landscape?
Yeah. So my YouTube channel is called Draw and Talk, and it's kind of funny because there's not a lot of drawing on there, but there's a lot of talking. So I'm trying to get better at that. And so really, my channel has done kind of two things. My channel is, I think, is a great resource for creators, new creators who are like, I don't know what kind of paper to use to draw comics. I don't know what kind of tablet to use. I don't know where to even start. And so my channel has a ton of those resources. We answer a lot of those questions on where you can start. Lately my channel has kind of turned into this like kind of like a hangout session where I can bring creators on and we can talk about certain topics that we think are important and to really explore the landscape of comics, as well as talk about, like, I guess what's going on in the comic book community and comic book industry. um there's a lot of drama that goes on. How can we avoid drama? Is this drama important? Why are sales down in comics? Is there a way that we can make it better? So my channel has really shifted, has really gone from this like how-to channel to this is what's going on in comics. But also, if you're like a long-term viewer of my channel, it's also you're also watching my journey becoming a comic book creator, as like my very first comic on there was like 3 years ago when I started the channel. And my art was looking terrible, and I'm still practicing art. And now at this point, I've released, if you follow the channel, I've released like 5 graphic novels. I've won a couple of editorial cartooning awards. And that's what people see as they've watched me for the last 3 years. So it's my channel is a how-to, what's going on in comics, and let's see if Tyler's improved in the last couple days.
That's amazing. Yeah, so this channel is like 3 months old, and and it is right now a lot of kind of how-to stuff. And part of that's like just me asking people like, hey, how do you do this stuff? Because I've been doing this for a few years now, but I'm still learning. I'm still
Mm.
figuring things out and putting it together. And I've been a little nervous to kind of get out there and talk about what's going on in comics and stuff like that, because it seems like there's a lot of drama, and I don't really want to be on like anybody's bad side. And And also, I've thought about doing reviews, but then I don't really want to say like negative shit about people's work, you know.
you
So
you if you're gonna do any of those two, you've really got to like take a stand. And so I used to do reviews on my channel. I gave one guy a really bad review, and I stated if I review a comic, I'm gonna go hard on it. I'm gonna really say how I felt, and I trashed the comic to the point where the creator's like, I give up on creating. And I was like, oh crap, like that's like not what I wanted. And so I stopped doing reviews. In terms of drama, I've tried to like not do as many drama videos. I did one drama video, and then all of a sudden someone was like, Tyler, what have you done? And someone had made another video about my video, and I was just getting slammed for the next 24 hours. And I remember I got to a point where like I was just getting dumped on by people that I messaged the person who said the video. I was like, hey, white flag truce. I delete my video, you delete your video. And we'll never talk again. I never want to see you. And he goes, fine, fair. And so I deleted my video. He deleted my video. We've never spoken after that. Yeah, because drama videos, you make a video about the wrong person, that you can get screwed. So I've tried to stay away. But if you're okay with that, then like that's fine. Some people are fueled by that. I was like, I don't want that. And some other people are like, you want to fight? I'll give you a fight. So if you're not wanting to fight, then don't fight.
Well, I've talked to some people, and it's like the drama is what they want, and they might not even feel the way that they're acting on their YouTube channel. Just
I will say my best videos are the ones where they're drama field, and it sickens me.
All right, well, let's talk about Chefs. It's on Kickstarter right now. So what is this crazy book about?
Yeah, awesome. I'm glad you asked. So Chef's Culinary Heroes Earth Force Volume 1 Pasta La Vista takes place 3 years after our free comic that you can, if you check out the Kickstarter, there's a link right at the beginning that says download the free comic. It's Chef's number 0, Breadsticks Unlimited. We're playing on the whole Olive Garden thing where you can get free breadsticks and like unlimited breadsticks. And so our main character, our main hero in the story, Dairy King, he's a superhero who gets his powers from drinking milk. He has to go against a new and powerful foe who's entered Earth, and he's also dealing with the impact of his team being dead. And so Dairy King's gonna have to make a decision throughout this comic. Is he gonna create a new chef's team because his old team are dead, or is he gonna battle this villain out alone and stop the impending pasta invasion? And so this is, all my previous books have been really dark books, like about demons and world-ending crap. And now that I'm a father and my kid's 1 year old, I was like, man, I don't really write any comics that like a kid could enjoy, that I could safely pass to my kid and go, here, read this. So I created Chefs in a way that like adults can read it and they're gonna have a silly goose time, but also you can feel safe passing it out to your like 12-year-old, and they can also have a silly goose time and fall in love with these characters.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's amazing. So Dairy King is the hero of the book.
Yeah, he's the main. So right now we have a couple books planned out. It is a team book, so I want to highlight every single character in the team. But the main character for this particular book is Dairy King, who is essentially Superman, but instead of always having his powers all the time, he has to be drinking milk to keep that flow of, I guess, power going. So I mean. And one thing I have realized is that we actually don't see him drinking a lot of milk in the book, but we see him getting trashed and wanting milk. So I'm like currently drawing the last 20 pages right now. And so I'm like, I gotta draw pictures of him drinking milk. Otherwise this thing's not going to make sense.
What are his powers? Like,
yeah, exactly. What are his powers? Yeah. So, he can fly, super strength. Well, there's this cool thing at the very end where we get to really see his powers in the very last battle. So he's able to do cool things with milk. So he's able to create the calcium blade, where it's just like this energy of milk that will encompass him, and it turns into a blade. And so he calls it the calcium blade. He can create like a milk force field around himself. It's not very powerful, but it will block some attacks. So stuff like that. And there's some hand-to-hand combat that he'll do, but as you read the comic, you'll realize he's actually not very good at hand-to-hand stuff, and we kick the trash out of him constantly throughout the entire book.
That sounds nuts, man. It sounds amazing. It sounds like something that is for the whole family too. So
absolutely.
All right. Well, Tyler Carpenter, I want to thank you for being on Inside Comics. I encourage everybody to go and check out your Kickstarter for chefs, and I'll see you next time. Peace, man.
Boom. Thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it.